Welcome, Ancient Souls. Yeah, I know that you all are spiritual, and you have the band, and you bring unity to the world through music and your spirituality, your faith, your beliefs, whatever you want to label it. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Me and Jonathan both were also very spiritual. I also love the fact how I've never heard any of you, fan base or the band, label your spirituality. And I think that is beautiful. There are a lot of wars fought over this naming spirituality or God. And for that, I mean, I pretty much, I assume it's Christian, and that's okay. I see truth in all religions. So, but yeah, my friend did pass away yesterday. His favorite band was Nine Inch Nails, mine Tool. But one thing we had in common, that was Alice in Chains. That was hands down our second favorite, no matter what. And you know, Trent and Maynard have toured with Alice in Chains, so or Nine Inch Nails and Tool. So yeah, I'm gonna devote this to my friend Johnny Darko. Rest in peace. Passed away on Thanksgiving, the same day that you released Alice in Chains Wood, which was a dedication to Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone, which that ironically was my very first reaction on this channel, was to Mother Love Bone.
If you haven't, in the archives, we have 2 Mother Love Bone reactions. It's much more primitive, but Mother Love Bone is, I think, an underrated gem in the 90s crown, so I definitely recommend checking them out.
Yeah, no doubt. And, of course, rest in peace, Lane Staley.
Yes.
Man, is very near and dear to my heart. The song Don't Follow is also why I became a reactor. So this kind of hits all of those. So, yeah. And thank you for your message of spirituality, bringing people together through music so things like this can synchronize in a perfect way. So,
and things like this also help keep Lane's memory alive in the most positive way possible, the way it should be.
Yeah, my electric over there, which I can't reach at this moment, that's who I got it from, Johnny Darko. So, Johnny Darko. So, I paid for it, but it was pretty much just the shipping cost to get it from Asheville to here. Yeah, I got my wall in the background, so that's hologram. But I'm real. This is the wall you're looking at, but those aren't on it no more. All right, Greg. You ready to go down this rabbit hole that is Mission to Souls? I'm going to imagine that the bass line is going to be awesome.
Yeah. I would, the bass line and the vocals are probably going to be all kinds of kick-ass. So let's do this.
It will all be awesome, but yeah. Every hair on my damn arm, stand up right now. Every hair on my wrench, damn it. Is yeah, man, that's so good. William is I'm glad William is there to let people keep experiencing Alice in Chains. There would be no replacing Lane Staley, and the fact that he stepped into a part that is undeniably unreplaceable was took a lot of guts. He catches a lot of hell from it, from me at times, but I acknowledge that the greater good in the purpose of it. So, and sorry, as far as the girls go here, I think it's also, I forgot the lyrics in this song were very seemingly anti-religious, but I don't see it that way. I see it mainly as like a Gnostic point of view, like the demiurge being a false god trying to get you to worship that. And anyway, I don't think this song is anti-religious.
It seems more like a sort of a hymn to not being controlled by something that maybe promises salvation.
Yes.
I want to say that I love sort of the more wholesome take on Alice in Chains, because Alice in Chains, like, there's a lot of bands that aspire to heaviness, and they do that by playing 100 miles an hour or by having, you know, like just like shock value in their lyrics. Alice in Chains was legitimately heavy, like in a musical and, you know, spiritual sense. Like there's just a density to their music. So, and like Mission Souls captures that perfectly. Like there's a huge sound. Probably that small room definitely helps because it keeps everything resonant. But just seeing, like, you know, Ice being so cute, you know, just killing these drums though, laying down that menacing groove, but he's absolutely adorable. And then the girls there, especially Naces, who has like nailed the bass tone on this. But you know, she's got her glasses on and they're all smiling. It's like, this is the most, like, it's the most wholesome Alice in Chains could possibly be. And it lets you sort of appreciate the songcraft and the, you know, just the music aspect of Alice in Chains that unfortunately was kind of overtaken by this, what would you call the tabloid side that people like to focus on.
And even if Mission Souls never ever releases a song of their own, and they do only covers, which I think is great to have a band that's doing this.
Yes.
There's no denying the harmony expertise that Mission Souls that they have. I was going to say acquire. I still don't know the right damn word. Anyway, that they possess is undeniable. And to me, it's kind of undeniable that one of the best harmony bands ever, maybe Crosby, Stills, and Nash, but it would be Alice in Chains. That way they come in and out with those harmonies, like Heaven Beside Me, and these songs are unconventional, to say the least. I mean, the way Wayne and Jerry would intertwine it.
The harmonized vocals at the beginning here are just so haunting. It's a beautiful sound, but it's kind of ominous too. So,
and it's purposeful because it's very haunting. But my friend died of a massive heart attack, but he was in recovery. He had got his 2-year clean token. So, but you know, Andrew Wood died of a heroin overdose. I think the 70s was beautiful, love, peace, and the 80s was more, we're going to desensitize you and we're going to flood the market with drugs. Probably the government doing it, honestly.
Yeah.
And then the 90s were all the children of those people. Yeah, their third eyes were all closed on purpose. So I'm a little emotional, guys. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Except for what I say about the band. Take whatever you want with a grain of salt. but I love you all. So let's get back to it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning, like our protege, our teacher,
mentors,
our master, our master as far as vocal breakdowns.
No wait,
yeah,
the
charismatic
you guys
voice.
Yeah. We were mentored by the charismatic voice.
No
Did you see that smile? It's the only one I'm not sure her name, the bass player.
Naces.
I've missed several reactions lately, guys. I'm sorry. It's been a rough time. Yeah, I see her laughing. She's like, this is fun to play. You can tell. She's just, it is. It's a hell of a bass tone. They had quite a few of those. Rotten Apple, they had some really good bass tones.
Yeah, this song's got such a great groove to it.
And Ice, man, he's killing. Sean Kenny would be proud.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sure he is proud. He's not dead. So.
Body, it's soul desertion. Trying not yet quite an ocean. And to flood again, same old shit that was bad. So I made a big mistake, trying to see the one my way.
Oh, I know they're about to bring that in. Look, we can't hate on her for not hitting that falsetto. There's very few people that can hit that falsetto that Lane Staley hits in that song. Very few people on earth that can do that. So, because he does it in a nasal way, I'm not sure how the hell he done it. So, but man, it's so good. They're doing such a good job.
You talked about, doing covers versus doing originals. Like, in a way, there would be less pressure on them if they did original music, because like that's the first time anyone would have heard it. Like when you're doing covers, you're in the shadow. I mean, right off the bat of some of the best artists ever, and like they're fearless. Like they'll tackle stuff from everybody. And just seeing Misha do like Mark Knopfler finger picking, and then do crazy like Richie Blackmore sweep picking, and another song. Like just they're utterly fearless. And then oh god, Stacy, I believe is Stacy is the lead vocals. She's got to inhabit the characters that guys like Ian Gillan and all of these great singers. Axl Rose, I recently did a Sweet Child of Mine reaction, and like to play this for a singer, it's like okay, you got to imitate Lane Staley. That's terrifying because Lane was a beast. Lane was an absolute beast.
Lane was at what he done at the grit. And the falsetto from one end of the spectrum to the other, and the power that come out of that man's lungs. Yeah. He was the best, in my opinion. I mean, and there are a lot of people who have the same opinion. So,
but she's not going to be able to do everything that Lane did because she's a different singer. It's not even a matter of quality. She's just her voice is different than Lane's, but she's again making the song her own in a way that pays tribute to Lane. So
I was about to say that's a great model of how to respect a singer too, is not to tackle the thing that they were known for or whatever, I mean, I'm not saying Lane was known for that. I'm just saying. And I thought this was the song that said "Deny Your Maker." That's a different Alice in Chains song. But still, Alice in Chains wasn't exactly a Christian band or a religious band. So, all right, let's get back to it. God, man, that sounds so good. That still does. Yeah.
Have I run too
Oh, the relay on that. Oh, shit. Oh, man, that was... shit is over already? Sorry, I just try to say shit so many times. Oh. Oh, man. I'll go ahead, Greg. I'm fucked. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so obviously it was amazing. They did a fantastic job with it. I think sometimes hearing a really good cover of a song can help you appreciate it in ways, especially if you remember the original, you're locked into all the idiosyncrasies of the band, just their unique sound. When you hear the same song, like processed through the filter of another set of musicians, you can really appreciate like the arrangement, the melodies, the riffs, the grooves. One of my favorite thing about Mission Souls as a band is I mentioned this in the Sweet Child of Mine reaction. Guns N' Roses were the bad boys of rock. They had this, they lived the LA lifestyle. And everything that Danny said about the '80s, that's basically Guns N' Roses in a nutshell. No pun intended. But just hearing Sweet Child of Mine interpreted through these young musicians, it felt wistful and it felt wholesome. It's like it was great hearing that separate from the I guess the shadow of the band that created the song. So when you hear Wood, it's a very dark song from a band that had a lot of very dark headlines about them. Focus on Wayne's addiction and that sort of thing. But when you hear these young musicians play that song and you understand how well crafted it was, and you just see how much fun they're having playing together as a family. Just watching them interacting with each other and just the big smiles on their faces like that. That's a great feeling. Yeah, because that's what music is supposed to be about. It's about uplifting you. It's about making you feel better by confronting the things that made you feel terrible. It's artistic alchemy in ways. It takes all that negative energy and transmutes it into something positive. Mission Souls is always able to do that, and it's an absolutely beautiful thing. I love their message. I love their skill, and I love everything about these guys.
Yeah, I mean, they made me get my oxygen. So,
Yeah.
I'll tell some more. I want to hear that again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know this is a long reaction. Shout out to my friend Johnny Darko.
So I made a big mistake. Try to see it walk
She did give me that little yodel type.
Yeah.
That was cool. Oh, I love that delay. You. Oh, man. Oh, I took Greg way down the video. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, mental health is real, and death on the holidays is man, I've had my fair share of that. Anyway, I had another friend pass away on my birthday. That's why I got involved in reaction channels. And my father. But anyway, not trying to be gloomy. Much love to you all. And yeah, we have the other one that they released right before this.
Rolling in the
what
Deep
was-
by Adele.
Yeah.
They're versatile. I'll give them that. They will tackle anything.
Yeah. And today's still Thanksgiving for us. It's 11:08 at 11:27. So I guess it's about noontime for you in the Philippines. I'm thinking pretty close to Aussie time. I'm guesstimating. What time is it there, Gregory? Is it lunchtime?
Let me find out here.
So close I am. Tick tock, tick tock. Do. But they
It's 12:09 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
bam. Love you all.